Before we jump into HTML tables, let's take a quick look at what exactly is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. HTML describes the structure of a web page using HTML elements. A browser can read HTML code and know and understand what content needs to be displayed and how to display this content. So you can say that HTML is the building blocks of every website that you see on the internet today. Now there are hundreds of HTML elements, but all follow the syntax for all of these elements follow the same format. You enclose the element name within angle brackets. So you have left angle bracket followed by the element name followed by a right angle bracket. Then you write in all your content within your element. So you write your content right after the angle bracket, and then finally you close that element with an angle bracket, a left angle bracket followed by a forward slash, then the element name and the right angle bracket. So it would look something like this that you can see on your screen right now. There are a few essential HTML elements that I do want to talk about. The first one is a doc type HTML tag. Now, well, it is not really an HTML element itself, but it is an important tag that needs to be declared in your HTML page. Now, what is this doc type tag? This tells the browser what HTML version is going to be used. So it's a way to provide information to the browser. Now the snippet that you see on your screen is a way to declare HTML5. So we are using HTML5. But if you were to declare HTML4, if you were to write code that follows HTML4, then the doc type tag would look something different. The next one is the HTML tag itself. Now this is just a container for all your other HTML elements. Right now the doc type tag sits outside of this HTML tag, but every other tag will sit inside of this HTML tag. It's just a container to hold all of the other HTML elements. Up next, we have the head tag. So you have head and forward slash head. The contents that you write in the head tag are not really displayed on the browser, in their browser. So users won't be able to see the contents on their browser window. Mostly what you enter in the head section is really just metadata about the page. You would include scripts, you can include styles, all those kind of things. And then finally you have the body tag, and the body tag is where all of your main website contents would go into. So if you were to display, let's say, a text called hello students, I would write something like this. I would maybe write a paragraph tag. So this is a P tag, which stands for paragraph. So it's just a regular paragraph. Write my contents in it, hello students. And then when I run this HTML code, I would get the output that you can see on the right hand side of your screen. Now if I tweak this code slightly, just slightly, and if I replace the paragraph tags with something called as an H1 tag, which stands for heading 1 tag, and rest I leave everything else the same. If I replace this with the H1 tag, the output is still the same in terms of the content, but how it is displayed, that is different. So you can see that the text is larger. The text is larger in size and it is bold. So just like H1, you have heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, heading 5 and heading 6. Anyway, for this class though, we'll only be using the table tag and various other HTML elements that will help us construct a table. All of this code will be used inside the body tag. We'll be writing it inside the body tag, so you don't have to worry about any other tags for now. Right, so just to give you a big picture of where all this code will go into, this is where it will go into. So it will be in the body tag, and for this class we'll be using something called as JSFiddle. Now the thing with JSFiddle is that you don't even have to write all your head, title, HTML, body tags. You can just write all of the actual contents, all of the actual code in this block here, and the moment you run this fiddle, you will see the output right here on the right hand side of your screen. So whatever all the contents, all the HTML contents that you would write inside the body tag, that's the content that will go into the HTML tab in JSFiddle. So you can omit all of the rest. But of course, if you were writing an individual, a standalone HTML file that you wanted to run locally, then you would have to write all of the contents, all of the HTML tags, all of the essential ones. With that, I think we have covered some really good basics. So with that, I think let's end this video right here and then jump into everything about HTML tables.